Ramona, my good friend. I'd like to say good morning to the wonderful people of Long Island. Firstly, let me express my gratitude to Joan and the councillors for having this event yet again. It is my esteemed privilege to serve as the Member of Parliament for Long Island and as the Executive Chairman of the Water and Sewage Corporation. I am pleased to proclaim that after many years of stagnation, Long Island is on the move. Is everything perfect? No. Are we steadily making progress? Definitely. Indeed, it is time for change, and Long Island has been prioritized. Indeed, the impact of COVID-19 has been felt throughout the world, and like the rest of the world, Long Island has also been impacted medically, socially, and economically. I am a part of the local business community, a businessman, and a proud member of the Long Island Chamber of Commerce. However, doing business in Long Island is a labor of love. As a businessman involved in the car rental industry, I have suffered an 85% loss in revenue in my business this year. Like many of you, I am definitely feeling the pinch. This has been my worst year in business. During our government's present time in office, substantial improvements have been made in Long Island, from the provision of potable water in Long Island to ongoing and impending roadworks, to surveys, architectural renderings and plans to construct a new airport, to an on-island radar system, to various small projects, etc. There are a number of upcoming projects that I have been discussing with the Ministry of Works, the Ministry of Health, and other agencies, and I expect to announce a few of them in short course. Whilst I realize the challenges we face today, I am grateful to see headway being made towards the attainment of a dream that many Long Islanders have had and have yearned to see. I want to especially thank my friend, the Director of Aviation, Mr. Algernon Cargill, and his team, as well as the project architects and engineers. We are well on our way with our airport. Indeed, for many years, Long Island has desperately needed an international airport that could cater to large, both local and international aircraft and direct flights from North America, South America, etc., much like San Salvador, Eleuthera, Exuma, and Abaco. The lack of airlift has held Long Island back. An international airport would greatly assist in the expansion of our tourism product. The airport, quite honestly, is the catalyst for Long Island's growth. The new international hub would represent the turnaround the economy of Long Island desperately needs. The international airport would also lend to further diversifying Long Island's economy and support growth in agriculture, fisheries, entrepreneurship, and manufacturing. Its construction would lead to an economic boom on Long Island, with construction activity likely picking up and new spin-off businesses, from tour companies to restaurants, to bars, to straw and craft vendors, to fishing, etc., all taking off. This is the stimulus that the Long Island economy needs. Given the above, I am pleased to note that architectural drawings, a survey plan, and tender documents are being drawn for the construction of a new $18+ million international airport. The tender for the new airport is expected to be published in December 2020 or January 2021, and the construction of the new airport is expected to begin early next year. I am extremely pleased about the progress thus far and look forward to the impact this airport will have upon Long Island. The new world-class runway will be 6,500 feet long, 100 feet wide. There will be a state-of-the-art terminal, a crash, fire, and rescue building, which is projected to have 2 fire engines, and a utility building. I won't expand further, as I do not want to preempt Mr. Cargill as he speaks to the progress of this development. Over the years, I've seen that only a small percentage of our high school graduates remain on the island. Our most valuable resource is our people, and I think that with such opportunities, many Long Islanders would leave places like New Providence and Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera to return home. As I said earlier, the airport represents socio-economic impact that will turn our island around and broaden employment options, investment, etc. Today, as we chart our course for growth, I recognize that we must speak to the myriad of challenges that our island faces. However, Long Island moves from strength to strength. As we also improve the infrastructure to boost our local economy, we must improve our health facilities. People won't come to Long Island unless there's adequate health care, or they're able to quickly evacuate. I applaud our healthcare professionals on the island. I continue to press for the establishment of a local medical lab that can conduct blood work assessments. Given that, I am pleased to announce that a contract has recently been signed for infrastructural improvements to the Sims Community Clinic. 2 additional contracts will soon be signed for infrastructural improvements to the community clinic in the Cindy and at the doctor's residence. In 2011, my dear uncle, Aaron Gibson, died after an horrific traffic accident. Like many Long Islanders, he was taken on the back of a truck to the clinic. To be exact, a white Chevy truck. That's a thought that I struggle with each day. Just yesterday, my constituent Shirley Tanquest complained to me about how it pained her to see her sick husband, Martin Tanquest, transported on the back of a truck in a wheelchair. The indignity of transporting our sick and dead in the back of trucks has long grated me in my soul. Ever since my election, I have been striving to attain 2 ambulances, 1 for each of the major clinics. Today I am pleased to note that I have attained 1 of the ambulances thus far via a major corporate donation, and that I remain hopeful of attaining another from the Ministry of Health. I will speak to that further in the near future. I remain adamant in my belief that our ability to attract an even greater number of visitors and investors to Long Island is directly hinged to the availability of world-class infrastructure. Central to this is our ability to provide an adequate supply of water to all users, thereby improving the economic outlook for all of us. I am proud to have directed and overseen significant water supply expansion on Long Island during my tenure as a Member of Parliament. In this regard, the Water Source Corporation's Water Supply Improvement Project, which is funded by a $28.3 million loan from the Caribbean Development Bank and an additional $13 million from the government, has assisted greatly in extending world-class piped potable water around the Bahamas, including Long Island. The Central Long Island water system is 18.9 miles of new water mains, which will provide piped potable water to over 300 homes and businesses for the first time. The extension of pipelines northward to Thompson Bay, which is in lot number 1, and southward to Lockaba, which is in lot number 2, are both substantially complete. The only outstanding matter is the commissioning of the newly constructed booster station, which will be executed at the end of the year. In November 2019, we formally broke ground on lots 3 and 4. These works consisted of 12.9 miles of new water mains, extending the Sims water supply northward to Sims, Scrub Hill, Beals, Bunches, and Militant, and southward, including Baines, Morrises, and Windsor. This will provide high-quality potable water to approximately 200 homes and businesses for the first time. The works in lots 3 and 4 are substantially complete, with pressure and chlorination tests underway. Our team is presently finalizing plans for lot 5, which will supply settlements, Seymour, Clinton, and Burn Ground. I'm closely following their planning, and I will have more to say publicly in due course. I remain pleased, however, with the progress of all the CDB work and look forward to commissioning and turning on the water in lots 1 and 2, that is from Thompson Bay to Lockaba, by the end of this year. We will take water for the first time to settlements such as the capital, Clarence Town, Salt Point. First time ever. My grandparents are in their 80s and have never had running water. This will be a new day for them as well. Beyond those works funded by the CDB, our in-house team have also already completed and/or are in the process of completing several projects to improve the reliability and availability of potable water in Long Island. These projects include: 1. The supply and implementation or installation of community water storage tanks for communities of Dunmores and Grays, Berries, Roses, Mortimers, Woodhill. Many of these places have already been completed. This has cost approximately $200,000. Some 800 feet of 2-inch PVC pipe was also laid in Woodhill and more than 1,500 feet in Dunmores to service customers in that community. We have completed supply and installation of a standby generator at our Sims desalination plant at a cost of $60,000. This will ensure persons in that area, much like those in Deadman's Cay, will have uninterrupted water supply in the absence of DPL power. In an effort to ensure our operations within the Central Long Island water supply system are efficient and as efficient as possible, we've completed both phases 1 and 2 of a comprehensive non-revenue water project, which has proactively changed some 730 plus customer water service laterals in order to better manage water pressure in our distribution system. The budget of this project was $1.2 million, and now, at the end of the project, it has already begun to substantially reduce the volume of water lost to leaks and thereby have a greater supply of water available to our customers. We've taken on a number of other projects throughout the island, and I know the time would not permit in terms of water, but I can say that we've taken on projects in Scrub Hill, O'Neill's, and we've completed RO expansions, or we have ongoing RO expansions in Deadman's Cay. We are looking to begin works in Millis, McCann's, and Thompson Bay soon. Futuristically, I've charged the corporation's management to review their strategies for the provision of pipe or potable water supply for residents that we have not already reached. When it's all said and done, only about 10% of the population would not have access to potable water. We will be working on those as well. We know that we will also be establishing a commercial office in North Long Island as we expand the system and bring new persons on to the system. I'm pleased to advise that your roadworks will commence shortly. In recent weeks, several pieces of equipment have been taken to Long Island to commence the first phase of the roadworks on the island. A $4.3 million project or contract for the project was awarded to Bethel's Trucking and Heavy Equipment. This is the first phase of the road paving exercise, and I look forward to seeing them begin in short course. The road to the monument and development of that cultural and economic site is substantially complete. The $500,000 bridge connecting the ecotouristic haven Newton's Cay to Long Island is also completed and serves as a major tourist attraction. Indeed, the state of affairs at the Road Traffic Office in Long Island has been frustrating, and given the death of the sole worker and local head of the department, the offices are not open today. Like many Long Islanders, I understand firsthand. I too have a rental car business, and I understand the importance of having access to licensing. I'm pleased to announce that I've been in talks with Minister Dion Fowlkes, and the Cabinet has approved the hiring and training of a number of persons to man local road traffic offices. Moreover, a new road traffic office will also be opened in Deals, which will complement the office in Hamilton's. We expect those offices to be open in short course, and those offices will be equipped with brand new printers for the printing of driver's licenses and other modernized features. The recent revelation by Scotiabank that they intended to close branches on Long Island, Exuma, Andros, Abaco, and Paradise Island has caused much consternation. I understand, particularly given that our population is middle-aged, the elderly people, and I believe that this will affect my constituents greatly. As I told Scotia, there are many who are also challenged with internet access and digital literacy. Let me note that I've written to the Minister of Finance to request and suggest that the Bank of the Bahamas be domiciled on Long Island to ensure that residents have this banking option as Scotia closes its branch for 4 months. Indeed, that need for the BOB to have a physical presence on the island would ensure that residents are not unbanked. Let me also note that I have heard from the Managing Director and the Retail Director of Scotiabank, and they have assured me that the automated teller machine will remain on the island, and that islanders will be able to withdraw funds, deposit funds, pay credit cards, etc., and that they will fly in to service them. They have also assured me that they will provide customer assistance and training to business persons and the elderly to prepare them for the digital platform, and that they will maintain their credit card machines and business relations with Long Island business operators. I am of the view that commercial banks should consider creating banking hubs on the islands where they share the cost of a space under one roof and can carry out some of their regular services, multiple brands under the same roof. Indeed, we must also modernize the post office banking system. I shared the view previously that it is my belief that more bank licenses should be issued and credit unions and cooperatives established in the Family Islands. We must develop our indigenous banks and credit unions. These are the potential solutions. So indeed, before awarding future licenses, I've also suggested that perhaps the central bank should require each of the major banks to have an established physical branch on at least one Family Island. In the meantime, though, I want to also encourage Long Islanders to embrace the digital rollout of the Central Bank of the Bahamas, Sand Dollar. As I wrap up, I want to note that we are bringing a satellite passport office to Long Island. However, due to the logistical challenges of COVID-19, that has been greatly hindered. That process, the execution of that process has been greatly hindered. However, space has been identified and infrastructure will soon be in place to commence passport services. This will save a lot of money, given that one no longer will have to pay for airline tickets, travel to New Providence, stay in hotels, pay taxis and rent cars, etc. And lastly, I want to note that over the last few months, major repairs have been undertaken at the Parkin House in Clarence Town. I have not forgotten the agricultural fishing community. Countless farmers have been assisted with land clearing and farm projects, and we will be pushing a few farm roads along the way. So in our thrust to develop Long Island, we must remain united. We must unify behind a common message, behind common goals, behind seeing our island move from strength to strength. I know all too well the dire needs of Long Island, which have been ongoing for a long time. However, whilst many cannot all be addressed overnight, you can rest assured that your MP is working on your behalf. I thank you very much.